Hey, little stranger. Went on a little 4-day practice hike. Now I got food for 4 nights. Where are we? It's the Grafton Loop Trail. There's gonna be ice and snow on top in places still. Probably be some squishy mud in the lower ends. There's clouds on top of the mountain today. Gonna rain tonight, probably. Maybe rain again tomorrow. Perfect time for a practice hike. Been doing trail work, but I have not been backpacking yet this spring, so it will be interesting. I know the legs are weak. The blowdowns are many this time of year. Trail crews haven't been out everywhere yet. But I gotta get going. You got just a few weeks before starting the long trail if I'm gonna go. And I'm not sure I wanna go. I don't have my legs. That's a tough trail, especially heading southbound. You gotta start with some pretty hard stuff, so we'll see how these days go. Leafing out pretty well down here. I imagine we'll be down to just buds when we get up to the top, but leaves are good. They provide shade. Theoretically, this overcast is going to blow away for a few hours. We'll have sunshine, it'll warm up. Later, maybe storms. Chance to check out my new tarp. Seems small. Have to get used to hiding under it. Well, figured I'd say hey. We'll get going. And I'll show you the pretty parts later. Could be a lot of bugs though. There's gonna be a lot of blowing and slapping and cussing. I got my head net. We'll hope for the best though. Well, I did say I'd share the views with you. There it is. Sunday River Whitecap. Old Speck. The Baldpates. Long Mountain. We'll see them all. The cloud is just above our head here. We were walking in the cloud for quite a while down there, coming up this ridge. This spot right here isn't bad, but I think we're gonna go back into it. I don't know if we're gonna get any views today. Oh, guess I better see what that says. Mail from home. Well, I'll probably show you some of the slabs and the top, but I don't think we're getting any views. I am soaking wet, in case you're wondering. So, I'm suffering despite the lack of views. You'd think with suffering you'd get views, but no. It's just suffering. Working your way up. If you can see the summit up there, but we're getting close. This spot's dry. It's nice. Fell off a rock earlier. It's a wet spot. My foot went flying. I was surprised. These boots usually stick pretty well about anything other than ice. Now, of course, I'm scared. I never know. Usually I have total confidence. I know they'll stick, but now I don't believe in anything. I don't think I really hurt myself much, but we'll find out tomorrow morning, probably. See what the bruises look like. Look at that. The sun is out for a few seconds anyway. We're going to enjoy it while we can. On top of a mountain. Clouds lifted a little. But I don't know if it's going to clear up like they said it was going to. Might just transition directly into the next rainstorm. It was really wet coming up in that cloud. I think it dried off a little bit, but I think that's the next cloud we've got to climb up, so it's not real hopeful. Well, pack up and go. It's getting later. I don't know how it got so late.
So it's raining a little bit.
Morning. What a night. That was some rain. Sorry I couldn't show you the arrival to camp, but it was raining. And then once I got camp set up, it really started to rain. The entire campsite is flooded. I was happy to be in a hammock. I guess maybe that site up there would have been the one to be in. But yeah, anything down low got wet. I got some puddles. I had a little knob. The gear's only as wet as it is, not wetter. Oh man, what a day. And that was day one. I don't know. It's gonna be tough making coffee in this wind, but I think I'm gonna need some coffee before I do anything else. Oh, not looking forward to putting on those wet clothes. Tarps arrived tonight. Glad those stakes held. It was really windy. You can hear it. It's still really windy. I don't know if you can hear it. I can hear it. Oh well, I got a lot of work to do, but I thought I'd show you these puddles. That's a campsite.
Good morning again.
See, the floodwaters are still receding. I have packed up. Hopefully everything. Let's take one last look before we go. Well, unless the wind got something during the night. I think I had everything tied down. Well, that was a very exciting night. Thunder, lightning, they're moving pretty close. The wind is still here. It's going to be interesting on top of the mountain today if that doesn't calm down a little bit. If it's blowing like that down here, it's really ripping up there. Hey, I'll dry my shirt out. Yeah, it's tough putting on the wet clothes this morning. I haven't done that in a while. Winter camping, you try not to get wet. But yeah, night like that, a morning like this, certainly gives a person opportunity to think about what they're doing with their life. I got a lot of questions. Well, yeah, that jumped up a little bit overnight. That was definitely a few inches of rain. It was pouring. We needed that rain though, it was really dry. I know it's springtime and everything's still muddy, but you don't get that rain, stuff starts burning. Almost back to the trail. I'd say that's the toughest part of the day, but there are a few climbs. But climbing out of the campsite is always hard. So is climbing up to the campsite. I was thinking of Garfield. Whew. All right. The only clue they're giving us in our direction, 2.8. Well, there's going to be some pretty little water spots today. I don't know, they might be big water spots, but I know there's a lot of little tiny water crossings and some waterfalls, so I'll see you over there probably. Well, lightning ledge, unless the lightning is crashing. But mostly, I think it's going to be a lot of squishy trail today. At least it's not raining.
The crossing looks a little deep today. We'll find another way around.
It's not going through the middle of that. But I thought I'd show you how pretty it was, if you're not having to get across it. I think I can go across over here and then over there and not have to go through the middle. Well, I'm drying off. Not sure if that cloud is hugging the mountain we gotta go up though. We'll get wet again. Oh well. It's what we're here for. Suffering. It's getting bigger. These crossings are going to be exciting. That last one was bigger than I would prefer. Trail's drying out though. It's still got lots of squishy spots, but it was a creek earlier. Wherever I was walking, there was water running down the trail. Leaves are coming out. It's definitely spring. I could tell by the black flies yesterday. I had to put on my head net. Going up Long Mountain, I was starting to inhale too many of them. Sooner or later, one of them's going to go down my throat, and then it's going to be trouble. I don't like climbing mountains with a head net on, but yeah, it's beautiful now. That thunderstorm last night was something. I know I slept through a lot of it, but parts of it, it was hard to sleep through. It was thunder and lightning right on top of me for a while. That part I woke up for. And then around 4 o'clock, I thought the neighbors had fired up their generator and their floodlights. But it was the moon setting. It got below the overcast and there was a little sliver of sky. I couldn't have imagined where I was at, that I would be able to see that. But it was just blazing for a few minutes and then it disappeared. It's like something out of The Hobbit. Good swimming hole. I know they're gonna make me cross this one more time. I'm not looking forward to it. Just gotta hope I got some good rocks. The birds are singing. Yeah. think maybe I'll use my poles. Yeah, that was too much excitement. Hopefully that's the last time we cross that one. It's getting bigger each time. I think that's our last time over that one. And then we'll have to cross when we get to Lane. Well, I think there may be a crossing between here and there, but I think it's a smaller brook. I'm hoping. It's hard enough backpack. I don't have to go swimming. I think we're going slow. The footing is so unsafe. So it's gotta watch you're not sliding. Well, we don't have a tremendous amount of miles to go today, but we've got a couple of climbs. 3, technically, if you don't count this one. I'm counting this one. I think we're just gonna go right back down this hill on the other side too. Okay. Yeah, I don't want to be crossing that. Hopefully it's a little smaller when we get to it. I don't even want to cross that. Oh shit. And this is one of those stupid crossings too. It just goes over there for a little ways and it comes back, if I remember correctly. But I don't think I can push back from here to the other one. Wow. All right. I gotta see if I can find some place to get across this. Yeah, this end wasn't much better. I bushwhacked. Missed both of those crossings. It was worth it. Whew. It's a little hot, a little sweaty. Had to fight my way through the hobble. But didn't drown, didn't fall in, didn't get wet feet. We still got to cross this, but hopefully it'll be smaller by the time we have to cross it. We're headed upstream. That really slowed me down. But I still think it was better than trying to cross that. It's beautiful. It's just a lot of trouble. We are on top of Lightning Ledge. Stopped on the other side, had 11Zs. Forgot to take the camera out, sorry. I'd show you the top of the ledge. I'm not even sure which one of these mountains is our mountain. I think it might be that one. We gotta go way down, and then we gotta go way up. And then we'll go down, and then we'll go up, and then we'll go down. If we're lucky. We'll call it a day. Well, we gotta go up to the shelter. But yeah, I don't know. It's taking a long time. And bushwhacking, trying to find water crossings. Or avoiding water crossings. Ate up a lot of time. Oh, we're not in a hurry. I just don't want to get rained on anymore. Clouds are gathering again. Stopped to make a bag of water. I found this nice clear flowing spring as opposed to the brown foamy stuff that was in the big ones. Didn't know if I was going to get across that last one. I had to get creative. Well, they've all required some creativity, but yeah, I was starting to get worried I wasn't going to get across. It just didn't seem to be a safe spot at all, so finally I found a place upstream where I could kind of leap across. Makes you appreciate these little ones. Yeah, we're kind of getting ready to start working our way up the mountain. I'm not sure if we've actually started going up or if they'll make us give up this elevation and go down before we can go up again. I think we do go down before we go up. Yeah, it's been hard work today. This bushwhacking is hard. The water crossings really wasting a lot of time. They probably were better before that rain last night. But I didn't want to stick around and see if it rains again tonight and they get worse. Well, the bag of water's done. Time to load up. Well, we're on our way up now. I had to fight my way around a really big blowdown. Has the energy I would have rather saved for climbing up this hill. Not sure, it might be starting to rain. Wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, there's still some more up to go. So I'm gonna go. But I thought I'd show you the view. Stand here for a second, not going. I enjoyed it. Hope you did too. Pardon my huffing and puffing, but as you can see, we've climbed a little bit. Unfortunately, we're not done yet. We're almost to the top of this one. Then we got a steep descent, and then a short climb, and a steep descent. Pooped. It's taking a long time. I'm ready to be there. I still got miles to go. Well, a little snow survived that rain last night. See a few icy spots on the way up. Places where the sun hasn't gotten to. Whew. Yeah, that was pretty hard. Can't stay long, getting cold. That wind is blowing, I'm wet. Yeah, there's more rain out there. Well, I think you can see we made it. It was quite the struggle up there today. Those creeks were raging rivers. That made for a lot of trouble. But looks like we survived. It's an important thing. I don't know. Not sure if you can see what I got going on in here tonight. Started to sleep in the shelter. Set up a little tiny net tent. Whoa, excuse me. In hopes of keeping the mice off. I think it's going to be too cold for bugs. It feels like it's getting cold. So I hope I'm warm enough in here. It's warmer in the hammock than it is in the shelter usually. But yeah, I wasn't sure. It's starting to rain when I got here. I wasn't sure if we were going to have another downpour like last night. Figured I'd rather be inside. Ooh. Yeah. I don't think I'll be up very late tonight. I don't think it's even 6 o'clock yet. So maybe I'll say goodnight now, just in case I don't say goodnight later. Very peaceful. Night night. Morning. It's a little cold. I woke up and it was 32. It still is. And windy. That explains why it was so cold sleeping in the boards last night. This is not my 32-degree quilt. I wasn't expecting freezing temperatures. No air mattress, no warm quilt. Not a lot of extra clothes. The weather has turned out differently than was forecast. Oh yeah, there's a lot of trouble. Putting on the wet clothes this morning is going to be tough. Looking at the weather forecast, it's going to be really windy today, and then tomorrow it's going to rain. So I'm thinking we might call this today. Try and get back to the scoot. I hate that road walk, but all this walking with a wet shirt seems to have burned a hole in my back somewhere. I can't see my back, so I tried using my phone to get a picture of it last night, but I'm not really sure what happened there. Something wasn't right. So it's all falling apart, as usual. But what can you do? Make some coffee. And see what happens next. But yeah, I'm pretty sure the goal today will be to try to get home. It was going pretty well. But yeah, this cold night really knocked it out of me. And I don't think I want to deal with another day of rain tomorrow. But live and learn. Certainly have a lot of questions to ponder now. Not sure about that long trail. It probably won't be freezing. I'm not sure my legs are in shape for that yet. But maybe. I don't know. Well, we'll pick this up on trail, see what happens here today, but I'm pretty sure we're just gonna scoot down this mountain and do the road walk back to the bike. Sorry we won't get to see the other side, but at this point, I'm not sure if I ever want to go backpacking again. But I will. You know I will. Oh, so cold.
Good morning again. Don't be fooled by this sunshine. It did not warm up. I hung out, I had a couple cups of coffee. I watched the thermometer go up to 34. And then the wind started blowing these clouds away, and I watched it go back down to 32. But I had to go, so that's brave. Used up some of my dry clothes since I'm going home. Got some 150 weight long underwear I'm testing out for summer usage. I was glad I brought them along. I put them on this morning. Made putting on the wet pants a lot easier. Here, you've seen enough of me. Enjoy some trail.
Yeah, I think I figured out what was tearing a hole in my back yesterday. I think I had the pack cinched down too tight over the top of that beer can. I was bending it backwards. One of the stays is poking into my back. Not sure, but that's my theory so far. A lot has changed since we talked earlier. The legs would like for me to say that they think they are ready for the long trail. They were quite insulted by my comments earlier. They said we've been in the rain, and bushwhacking and water crossing, up and down mountains, sleeping on a cold floor with no mat, and they feel just fine. I don't know, I think they're got a little false bravado there, but still, you gotta give them credit. The rest of me, I don't know. The legs, maybe. Going at a pretty good pace this morning, trying to warm up. Don't have to worry about sweating right now. Got a little rise to get up, and then it's mostly downhill. It's Maine, so you'll go up and downhill to go downhill, but it's beautiful. Yeah, I couldn't show you much of the mountain yesterday. I was having to go really fast. It was cold up there. I was wet. It was raining. Normally, I like to show all that off, but in the interests of safety and survival, I figured I better haul ass. It must have rained again last night pretty good. I was hearing it on the roof, but that trail seems even wetter this morning than it did last night. Well, with these pretty sunshine views in the forest, I wouldn't be surprised if you get to see some more. But right now I'm huffing and puffing going up this hill. It's not fair to you. I hear you. Could have used some of these boards yesterday. Of course, they would have had to be pretty high. As you can hear, we're almost back to the road. That's why there's all this nice bridge work. You always get nice bridge work next to the road. Or you need it in the middle of the swamp. Nobody's carrying boards out there. Everybody wants this job. Yeah, 7 miles of highway, get us back to the bike. Or 7 miles of trail puts us in the middle of a storm tomorrow. It's not even a tough choice. I've been rained on too many times already on this trip. I think I see rime on the trees up there. I could be mistaken. Well, there's nothing else to see here but road. I'll say adios. Don't know what's next, but I guess I'll see you there.